So that's what we have. What do I show here? Fix second law, left side change with respect to time, right side change with respect to location, right? That's fixed second law, and it's a general case when D is not a constant. Okay? And this is so-called Boltzmann transformation. Smart people, Boltzmann, he introduced a parameter called lambda. How do we define lambda? We define as x, location, divided by the square root of t. Okay? Boltzmann, he did the transformation. He introduced this additional parameter called lambda. And then all the so-called partial differential terms in this fixed second law will be transformed. We're going to do the transformation by utilizing this parameter lambda. How did we do? The first thing, I listed them here. What are we transforming? The first one. We are transforming the partial differential of concentration with respect to time. So what did we do? Okay. We did from concentration with respect to time, we change it from concentration to lambda, and from lambda to time. You see what we did? Okay, from concentration to time to concentration to lambda, and lambda to time. Okay, and then we have two lambda here. We keep dc over d lambda, and what is our lambda? Remember, lambda is x divided by square root of t, right? And if we do partial differential of this x over square root of t with respect to t, if we do this, we assume for this term, we assume what is constant? X, right? Because we are only doing partial differential with respect to t, t change, but when we do this, we assume x is a constant. So we put x in the front, and then it's just a partial differential of 1 over t to the power of 0.5, and then that will give us minus half t to the power of minus 3 over 2, right? This is what we write. And we still have this dc over d lambda term. We still have this dc and d lambda term. Okay? And then we are going to do one more manipulation. From here to here, you see what did we do? From here to here, we keep the 2t, and then we would have x divided by t to the power of 0.5, right? A square root of t. And what is x divided by square root of t? That is just, go back. X divided by square root of t, that's just lambda. So we will have minus lambda over 2t times dc over d lambda. Okay? That's the first transformation. And of course, you would notice from c to t, initially it's partial differential, but then here we have just a derivative because we introduced lambda. And what we can know is in diffusion phenomena, the distance and the time, they are not completely independent. And once we use lambda, it becomes a single variable. Okay? The second term, what did we do? The partial differential of concentration with respect to location, the same trick. Okay? dc partial with respect to x, now it's dc over lambda, but lambda over x, right? That's the same trick. And then we keep the dc over d lambda, and what is our lambda again? Lambda again is x divided by square root of t. And now this time is partial differential with respect to x, which means we assume what to be constant in here. Now we assume when we do with respect to x, we assume t is a constant, which means what? The square root of t goes to the front, and then we'll just have partial differential of x over x. That's just a 1, right? Partial differential of x over x because square root t comes to the front. And then 1 over square root of t times dc over d lambda. dc over d lambda. Okay, that's the second manipulation. It's the same trick because in diffusion phenomena, the x and the t, remember we said is not completely independent. That's why initially 2 variable, but when we do this transformation, it becomes 1 variable from partial differential to just the normal first derivative. Make sense? Okay. And then this is term is within the bracket, right? Within this bracket, we have to do it again, right? We have to do this d times the concentration gradient with respect to x again. And what did we do? Same trick, right? From this whole thing, change from partial to complete, lambda in the denominator, lambda in the numerator, keep partial x here. It's the same trick, right? D lambda, d lambda. And inside we don't change. That's this one. Okay? And then d we copy. And what is partial differential of c with respect to x? Partial differential of c with respect to x is just here, the middle line equation, right? The partial differential of c with respect to x is just 1 over square root of t times dc over d lambda times, don't forget, partial differential of lambda with respect to x. Okay? And don't forget, what is partial differential of lambda with respect to x? Remember, lambda is x over square root of t. Lambda is x over square root of t. So when we do partial of lambda with partial of x, we assume what is constant? Square root of t is constant, right? So, and then, do you see this last term will just give us 1 over square root of t? The last term, partial differential of lambda with respect to x. Partial differential of lambda with respect to x. It's just 1 over square root of t. Make sense? Okay? And then, remember, on the left side, we assume we are only doing partial differential with respect to what? On the left side, we are only doing partial differential with respect to what? X, which means what is constant? T is a constant, right? We are only doing this with respect to x, which means t is a constant. Do you see now the square root of square root of t would come out because now we are treating t as a constant. So that's why we can take the square root of t from within this big bracket to the front. Make sense? Make sense? And the back one, the last one is coming from the partial differential of lambda with respect to x. We put square root of t in the front. And then d, can we put that in the front? D, can we put that in the front? We cannot. Remember, we said this is the case that we cannot treat d as a constant. This is the case we say, okay, the diffusion coefficient actually changes with concentration. So that's why, okay, I have to keep d still inside here. Make sense? So that's what we have. And then we are going to do one step one more step. What did we do? From here to here, we are going to combine 1 over square root of t with 1 over square root of t. That gives us 1 over t. d lambda we keep, inside we keep. Make sense? So that's kind of the mathematical manipulation, so-called Boltzmann transformation, going from seemingly, I would only say seemingly two variables. One is x, one is t. Now going to a single variable that we call lambda. Why can we do that? It's because for diffusion phenomena, people know the x and the t are not completely independent. Remember the so-called diffusion length. X is square root of dt. Make sense? That's kind of, they are quite often linked.